Hey, so we're gonna get into our main topic. Y'all see the title, right? Is Goku a bad dad? Y'all see the title. If you were here for the last episode, we talked about also the fact that Goku throwing Cell Senzu bean is also terrible. So there's a lot of allegations when it comes to Goku being just a horrible, horrible father. So
Oh, you know what? I want Lani.
Hold on, hold on.
Oh, you want me first? You want this work first?
Let me just
You want
make
this
one
work first? You gonna
clarification.
get this work?
Let me just make one clarification though, because Ty, I don't want you beating your chest at me over the wrong substance. I don't think Goku's a bad dad. So that's the question for the show. We could talk about the sensu bean thing, but that's more about a gripe I have with Dragon Ball Z as a whole in its community. So let's make sure I clarify that before we get into it.
I'm coming. I love you guys. You know, I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I could come here screaming and yelling, but we wouldn't get anywhere with that, right? I'm coming in peaceful.
I will be ignorant if I have to. I can always switch that.
I'm about to get ignorant because chat. Not only did he say
that's what I do.
Because bad dad might be too far. I said that Goku was a mid dad, but you know what Ty had the audacity to say? Ty said that Goku was a good husband, which is just straight bullshit. I'm sorry, that's just straight objective bullshit. There's no way in hell you can tell me like the definition of a good husband. Like we can put like the parameters of good.
Y'all really taxing myself for dying?
What?
No.
I'm not taxing Goku for dying, but I'm just saying a good husband. No, Ty. You'll get your time. You'll get your time, Ty. You'll get your time. So what's a good husband to you, J. Rob? Because to me, because we're in relationships. We're in relationships. Quality time, acts of service. You know, good communication, consistency.
I'm more of a degenerate. You feel me? So there's there's certain things that I don't require to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
See, I don't care. I don't care if Chi-Chi's annoying as hell. If she that annoying, don't be with her. Don't be with her. I'm saying what objectively is a good husband. Not about who Chi-Chi is and who Goku is. What is a good husband? What is a good husband?
Lani, is a good husband. Their relationship is toxic as hell, though.
No. Let him go.
Let him go. He in his bag. He's upset.
Nobody. No one saved him.
I don't need saving. I don't need saving Ty. Because does he have a stable job? No.
Wait. Why does it? Wait. No,
I don't care why. I don't care the reason why. I don't give a damn what the reason why is. I'm going down the list.
No one saying
I'm going down the list. I'm going down the list.
This nigga said a stable job. Now I'm crying.
Goku.
Guys, no one say anything. You said you just mentioned Super, right?
Super, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, your mama's Dragon Ball, my auntie's Dragon Ball. It don't matter.
Because in Z, before he died, he was taking care of Gohan and Chi Chi. You do realize that, right? Because you know something really funny? When you open up, we're going to do a reading time. If you check chapter 2 of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, so chapter 2. Okay, so that's one instance. Okay.
No. I'm not about to give you one instance. I'm about to tell you. Just listen, Lani. You go to chapter 2 of Dragon Ball Z.
Hey, Chad, I put a poll on our YouTube channel. Right? Y'all go ahead and vote.
And Goku brings Gohan to Roshi's house, right? There's something he says. They're all shocked about Gohan because they didn't know who Gohan was. The implication behind that is because he's been with his family. He is not. As a matter of fact, not only that is that they asked him, why is he not a fighter like you? He says, because Chi-Chi doesn't want him to be a fighter, so I'm allowing him to grow up the way that my wife wants him to. And then he died for his son. So he doesn't have a stable job because he died.
You know what this reminds me of, Ty? So, like, if any of my female friends are watching, I know a few of them watch every now and then. Shout out to them. Like, this is when they tell me about their spouses or their husbands or whatever. They're like, usually, like 9 times out of 10, it's like, oh, he didn't do this today. He didn't do that today. He forgot this. He forgot that. And then it's like, oh, why are you still with him? Leave his ass. Oh, he did the dishes today. Oh, about
he has a job in Super, by the way, too.
I don't care about
Lani's not cooking.
If you want to accept the bare, if you're saying that the bare minimum, your bare minimum duty,
he has an actual.
That's fine. If you think like bare minimum shit is a good husband, that's fine.
See, here's the thing, though. You talking about
having good moments doesn't make you a good consensus.
Here's my problem with this, y'all. He was talking all this in the chat, so don't come save him now. now. Let him
I
sink
won't
in
save
his
him.
ship.
I won't save him. I won't save him.
All right, Charles. You know, like, I'll do this for you. Let's go through the events of Z. So he was with Gohan and Chi Chi the first 4 years of his life, right? Because his friend didn't even know he had a kid, which shows that he was with them the entire time, raising him. And he talked about how he was raising him, correct? So he's with his wife and kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens right that same day when we so the first 4 years?
You're talking about Raditz.
He dies, correct?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, okay. Then what happens after that? He comes back to life and he fights who?
What? Nappa and Vegeta.
And what happens? They go to Namek to get the Dragon Ball Switch people back, but Goku can't go because he's in the hospital. And then right after that, he goes because he's not going to send his son out to space and not go and not go be there for him. So he goes to Namek, and then what happens? The planet blows up, and he gets sent to another planet because he took the Ginyu Forces spaceships, and their spaceships were already coordinated to take them to Yardrat. Right? He goes there on accident because he got sent there because the Ginyu Force was about to colonize Yardrat, and that's what he gets sent there. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he comes back a year later after being in space, and then what happens? That he learns about the androids, and he spends 3 years training Gohan. Literally, he's with Gohan and Chi Chi for those 3 years. So ever since he's been alive, he's been with his family the entire time he's been alive. Right?
Question though. Could he not have just pulled up to Jiro immediately and handled that problem?
They explain.
I'm just asking a question.
Because literally, Bulma asked that. Why don't we just do it? And Goku said, because this is Goku. Goku says he hasn't done anything yet. We can't just assume that he's going to be the same person that he was in the future. So we're not going to go off and kill him because he hasn't done anything wrong. That's real. Why would I assume that? Because again, a big part of what Goku is in Dragon Ball is he represents hope. Because when he died in Goku in Trunks' timeline, the whole world went to like a post-apocalyptic. So and that's why when Trunks on his time machine, what's written on his time machine is hope. Because Bulma wrote that because she said this is what Goku means to this world. He is hope, right? So ever since he's been alive, he's been with his family the entire time. Now he's training Gohan, not because it's what he wants, it's because Gohan wants to train, right? Then he spends 3 years with Gohan and Trunks, with Gohan and his family, and then the android comes, he gets a heart virus, and then Chi-Chi's taking care of him. And then when he gets out of the heart virus, he's healthy again. He trains Gohan, and then he dies. And he decides, I don't want to come back because ever since Dragon Ball Z has started, the Saiyans came for him, Frieza came back for him, the androids came for him. So he believed that because his existence, he's brought harm to his friends and family. He said, I will stay dead so you guys can have peace. So far, we're almost 90% through the story. He's either been with his family or he's been dead. And then he comes back in the Buu saga for only 1 day, because obviously he's an athlete. He's not allowed to come back. He was only allowed to come back for 1 day. And he spends that with Gohan and Goten. Matter of fact, he spends time training them the entire time. And then he's reached back to life. And then this is where I'm getting mad, bro. The first 2 pages of Super, he literally gave up the training he wanted to take care of Chi-Chi. You do realize that, right?
He cooking right now.
Old because he's talking to Goten. He says, "Man, I wish I go train on King Kai's planet because Goku has a passion for fighting and training. He wants to go do that, but he says, but Chi-Chi needs me here, so he's training him. And it's not until Hercule makes them millionaires, and he asks Chi-Chi, "Hey, Chi-Chi, can I go train now because we're rich now? I don't need to necessarily work." And that's when he quits his job. But he gave up the training he wanted because he's prioritizing his wife and child. So what are you talking about, Lani?
So what I'm talking about, so as you said, so the times he died and times he's alive, right? Uh-huh. So in terms of that, so let's go through like all aspects of a marriage, right? All aspects of a marriage. Uh-huh. Okay, so we're going through all aspects of a marriage. So if you want to talk about like when he like decided, oh, I'm just gonna stay dead for the sake of everyone else. So that means at that point, so that means all the burdens of being a parent, of being a partner, are now on Chi Chi because he's dead. So he can't help raise Gotenks. He can't. Am I wrong? Is he there to help raise Gotenks? Is he there? Is he there when Gotenks is sick? Is he there taking him to school?
Goten wasn't born yet. Goten wasn't born yet. What are you talking about?
Or Gohan, it doesn't matter.
What are you talking about? Goten wasn't even born.
When was Gotenks born?
After he died.
So that's what I'm saying.
Wait.
Are you gonna wait, Lani? Are you blaming Goku for not being there when he was dead?
No. What I'm saying is like there were times in Goku. There were times where like everything was on Chi Chi to do with like the parental duties. There were times where it's like, yo, this is all on her. And yes, like he had the job to save the world and stuff like that. We've seen multiple people, like whether you're a cop in the army and stuff like that, and not say like, oh, it's like their fault, but it's like they're doing their job, so they don't have time to be with their family. So yes, he's doing his job, but at the same time, the burden of being a parent and the burden of being like equal partners is mainly on Chi Chi. That is my point. So when it comes to like, if a marriage is like a partnership, how many times is there really between them 50-50, 60-40, 70-30? How many times between Chi Chi and Goku is Chi Chi doing the heavy lifting in terms of the actual relationship dynamic? Yeah, he comes in when he can, but I'm saying in terms of being an equal partner in a marriage. Now I'm not talking about the events that are not excuses, but the reasons why he couldn't be there. I'm saying, and objectively, when it's time to be an equal partner, how many times is it Chi Chi doing the heavy lifting compared to Goku?
Nah, I see what Lonnie's saying now. Nah, I see what he's saying.
He's losing me. He's losing me.
I'm not gonna hold
I see what he's saying.
I'm not gonna lie, he's
He's saying
losing
that
me. But I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm not.
most of the work to keep the family together compared to Goku by a large margin.
My nigga. First of all, let's get a grip for a second, y'all. This is still fiction, right? Like this is still Super Saiyans, aliens, and all types of shit. Like, let's not act like they're gonna have a normal dynamic. But come on, Lonnie. Like, you mad that Goku wasn't making eggs in the morning? Wasn't walking the kids to school? Is that what your beef is?
I'm not. It's not my beef. I'm saying objectively, he's not a great husband. I'm saying objectively, if he's not there for those little things, the little things that actually do matter.
What are you talking about? He is. That's the point. He is. He
being there sometimes.
No, stop. When he's not dead, he is. He literally is. What examples do you have where he's alive and well and he's not doing those things?
That's true.
Give me.
Didn't you say there were times where he was just training with Gohan and go?
Wait, you said what?
Didn't you say there were times where he's just mainly training with Gohan and stuff like that?
No. I said that he was training them when Gohan wanted to train, but other than that, he would just raise him normally because that's what Chi Chi wanted. What are you talking about?
So Endeavor a good dad.
The silence is deafening, Ty.
The beginning of the beginning of Z, Krillin asks, "Is he a fighter?"
What is wrong with you?
Lily says, "No, he doesn't want him to fight. She wants him to focus on studies." So he's raising Gohan the way that his wife wants him to.
Yes, he is.
Time that changes when Gohan wants to train.
What does that have to do with being a husband? That's just doing.
To be fair, we don't really see the other moments though. We only see them when they're training. I bet
whatever if you go with that, bro. The problem is you're saying that he's only time he's there is when they train him. Like, no, it's not, because he's been there when moments where the story told you he's not allowed to train him. So that's just not true. What you're saying is just objectively not true.
So how many times in the marriage did he do like the heavy lifting? How many times besides you mentioned the one time that he took care of Chi Chi, but besides that, so in Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, besides the one time he took care of Chi Chi, how many times was he the one going above and beyond in the relationship?
It was been 50-50 otherwise. Like when he was literally in the beginning of Z, the first 4 years of Gohan's life, they were raising him. Like they were just raising him. Like
we just didn't see it.
What evidence do you have to prove that he wasn't doing 50? You have no evidence of that. All we know is that they were both raising Gohan. That's all we know. You have no evidence to prove that she was doing the heavy lifting. You have zero evidence of that. Like zero. Like literally zero.
I'm saying it's the same thing reversed, because you're saying like he's like a great husband. But I'm saying like what evidence shows that he's a great husband besides the one time he took care of
his passion for Chi Chi and Goten. What are you talking? He lit for the 2-3 years after Boo. He was trained. He was literally working. He's only allowed to do image training and not go to Kinkaido training. He wanted his passion to literally work and take care of Chi Chi and Goten. He gave that up for years.
He was a farmer, Lonnie. He was
for
literally
years.
a farmer. He was a farmer.
And he hated the job. For years, he gave it up for them. What are you talking about? And you say, "Oh, it's only one time," but we're talking about
radishes too. That's crazy, Miles. Radishes.
Years. We're talking about years, not just this one day. We're saying years, Lonnie. So beginning of Z, where he was working with Gohan, that was years. The 3 years before the androids, years. Coming back after Z, years. Not just a day, not just a single thing.
All right, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm not gonna cut you off too.
Go ahead,
Lonnie. There's literally a moment in Super where Zamasu pulls up on them while they're actually visiting him at work. and he steals Goku's body and kills him in his work. He kills them while Goku's in his work clothes, and he's in Goku's body. Like that's how much working was a part of Goku's life.
Yeah, yet somehow, Lani, you take Vegeta, the greatest sugar baby in anime history.
He does not.
He actually abandoned his kids. He actually did it.
He almost, and also Goku risked his life for his kids. The two times he died were for Gohan.
He almost like go, bro. If it wasn't for Future Trunks, Trunks saving Bulma and Baby Trunks, that's it for them. Because Vegeta did not care about them.
Exactly. Matter of fact, the time he's training Gohan and Hyper Time Chair, that's him doing the heavy lifting. He prepared him to be the savior of the world for a year by himself. That's him doing the heavy lifting, literally, for a whole year.
How is that quick to the bit? What?
I just gave you an example. So in every other situation, it's been when Goku has been alive, it's always been 50-50 to our understanding, right? And the only time that he hasn't been is when he's been dead, and then the time when he's had going by himself, he raised it for a year by himself. So I have evidence to prove that he was doing the heavy lifting. You don't have that.
Is your problem, Lani, is the fact that we haven't seen Goku in the morning helping Gohan with his homework before he goes to school?
I do want to say this in defense with Lani. So in terms of like intentionality, Goku for sure you could say that he never intended like wrongful things. He always had good intentions, whether he's knowledgeable about something or not. But from what it sounds like from Lani's point of view, in terms of a relationship, from what we understand regarding Chi Chi and Goku and their personalities, like if we're talking about educating Gohan, making sure that he's a proper citizen, when it comes to keeping the house clean, make sure the food's on the table. When it comes to working, yes, Goku's working, but in terms of like telling Goku what to do, that's all Chi Chi. So Chi Chi understands how to like retain a stable family to an extent and knows how to kind of live a normal life to an extent, which is, yeah, protecting the world is important, but also having a family and obviously living in this new world is also important, which he set up Gohan perfectly. He ended up a genius, a huge scholar, and now has a really great job. So in terms of those aspects, I mean, you would be hard to sell that Goku like competes with Chi Chi regarding those things. In terms of training and like building up Gohan to be the stronger person and, you know, being there in terms of support and just sure. But in terms of like the nitty gritty details of a family and a relationship, I could see why you would say Chi Chi is carrying that for sure.
No.
I think Goku does what he knows he can do. If Goku sat down to try to help Gohan with his math homework, that's not going to work out. That's not going to work out. But in terms of getting food for the family, like teaching Gohan how to defend himself, Goku does that well.
And the problem I have with that is that Chi-Chi doesn't, we haven't seen her ever do that. She just knows she makes him study. That's the only thing that we know she does for him is that she makes him study. Now, I would assume that she's a good parent, just like I think Goku is. Like when they're together raising him, they're raising like a normal family.
So that's
but like, come on, Ty. Like, if Chi Chi's telling him to study, we know that it's much more intricate than that.
Because like even if we get the episodes, we see Goku out getting supplies for them for the house. Like that's to me, that's equal. Like he's supporting her. He's supporting like the I guess the more I guess the tradition in a traditional sense, while she's doing the more nurturing side. I don't think one is inherently more important than the other. I think that's still like this equal work.
I feel like those are situations. Well, there's no.
So hold up, Lani. Are you blaming? Hold on, real quick. Are you blaming? Like, let's just use like a normal thing. Are you blaming a father that travels a lot for work for him not being there? Then more than
it's not necessarily about blame. It's like
really not considered great fathers either in a lot of situations.
Yeah, it's not really about blame. It's not really about blame. It's about more.
He supports his family.
I would say the problem with that analogy is
isn't that like the bare minimum of what a father's supposed to do?
There though.
But even then, he's still there. He still supports his family. That's my problem.
That's even. That doesn't make you bad or good. That's just like if you're supporting your family, that's just like that's what you're supposed to do.
But also, what makes somebody a good or bad father is also very much interpretive.
I agree, J. Ruff. I think in the role that's designed for
math homework and shit don't make you a good father.
Because that's like all you're doing too, and you're not like actually like having real conversations with your child and stuff like that. Then like it's like if you're just doing like the bare.
They were having in a hyperbolic time chamber. They
had multiple conversations.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like
that boy, man.
We have seen Goku be a mentor Gohan more than we've seen Chi-Chi. Like actually seeing it, we've seen it more. So that's a problem having is that it's not about him.
Goku is the main character. It's hard to really judge that. They're not going to show things like that
for that.
But also,
I'm not
tell
judging
Akira
or giving
Toriyama is
anybody
not.
credit. I'm like
the
you can't
man.
really
The
give
man does what
anybody
he does
any
best.
credit
He's
for
not a
that.
good enough slice of life writer enough to make it work in the story.
Yeah, it's not a slice of life series.
It's
so
not
you're
a
gonna
slice of
see
life
Chi
thing.
Chi
He's
do
not
it.
good enough
I was gonna say
like
this real
that.
quick, though. I was gonna say this real quick though. Rydell, sure, he's the main character, but then you can't. So we're gonna see him do it more. But then you can't say he doesn't do it. If your argument is that he doesn't do it, but I say yes he does, and your argument back is well he's the main character.
No, that's fair.
Then he doesn't do it. Then that's my point. He does.
If you have evidence that he does it, then yeah.
Exactly. And that's the point I'm making. The problem I have with the analogy is that it's not that he goes off for work and then he's just not there. It's that he's not there when he's dead. Like that's the when he's dead.
He's dead.
Like
he's dead from literally saving the world, which includes his family.
Like
oh my bad, saving the universe, which includes his family. That's why he's not there.
I still do think that Chi Chi is a huge part in making sure this family's stable. Like Goku's intention. No. I'm not saying that just because they're like both parents. No, I'm saying this very particularly when it comes to Goku, because Goku intentionally is a good person, but I don't think he has the knowledge and know-how to like raise a family. So Chi Chi being there to kind of tell him what to do is huge for that relationship. If Chi Chi wasn't there, then I don't think Goku would be able to do it.
But you don't think
Goku just chose not to listen though?
But hold on, my other question is
Goku is not that type of person.
But you don't think Roshi taught Goku no type of family dynamic in his life?
Roshi can't hold a family.
I know, man. He found a way to live with that turtle.
I mean, that was his. Yeah, but that's his master. Like that was really his dad, though.
Yeah, but Roshi don't even know how to do it.
With this though is that you're saying
I don't think Roshi ever pursued an actual romantic partner. Though
I think sometimes with Goku, like we mix up like his duties with like
he wants to get with girls, but he's not trying to take any of them home for real.
I'm telling.
So how can we say you can raise a family?
I'm saying things that actually happened in the story. I'm not mixing up his duties. I'm saying the things he's actually done for his kids and his family. I'm not.
I get that. I feel like sometimes we mix like his duties in like the story, like in terms of saving the world, with like in terms of like what he actually like does. Sometimes I feel like sometimes it gets muddled because we're like, oh, he wasn't there for this because he was saving the world, or he wasn't there because he was saving the world. Yeah, that's his job. To me, like for instance, when with Naruto and Boruto, like. That scene that we all saw, like when like he was supposed to show up for Himari's birthday, and like the clone shows up, but he was at the office and he fell asleep and the cake falls on the floor. Not saying like overall he's a bad dad, but that was a bad dad moment. So it's like
what's the equivalent for Goku though? Him going out to save the world is the equivalent of him not being there for his birthday. Those are not.
No. That's all I'm saying. Well, I'm saying again, like we're saying, like oh, he was off to save the world, so this is why he couldn't be there. Like it's two separate things. Like yeah, that's his job, that's his profession, but that's not his relationship.
But what I'm saying is that I'm not gonna hold it against him being or not being there if he's dead. That to me is ridiculous. Because when he's there, he's taking care of his family. That's why I'm like, you're losing me. If we have evidence from the story, not my headcanon, that he take care of his family when he's there, then you saying, well, he wasn't there because he's dead. I just think that's ridiculous.
All right. Well, and the chat has voted 50-50. I figured out how to do polls in the YouTube chat is literally 50-50. 50 says he is a good dad, and 50 says, nah, he's mid. So I'm just pointing that out there.
Is Goku the best dad? I'm not gonna say yes, but he's not a bad.
Can you do another
dad
poll for
either.
husband?
I don't think he's a bad dad.
Is he a good husband? I could do that.
I don't think he's a bad dad at all.
People. More people said yes now. Ty's winning them over.
Gohan literally described Goku as an angel to Goten. When he was like, he literally said he is an angel of hope. Like, think about the way his family talks about him. Like, this is crazy.
Goku is a good dad. Okay, all right. Let's talk about him being a great dad. Yeah. Let's talk about him. Being such a good dad that he threw a Senzu bean to his cell. Like, let's talk about it.
Look, Ty, I'm gonna need you to do some. I'm gonna need you to see you explain this for real.
Hey, I don't feel like I got
need you to explain this for real, Ty. Go ahead, bro.
Hibachi, bro.
Nah, go ahead, J-Rob.
I didn't get cooked.
Listen, he cooked you, but
nah,
I'm gonna say.